Today, it's Summer Games time again, but not the one you play on your Commodore 64. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. There's too much going on in video games this week. There's no way we can cover it all.
I've had about 90 new emails promoting new video games clogging my inbox, and among them, 3 codes.
The news is essentially nothing but game announcements this past week, and we typically don't write stories about simple game announcements because they aren't interesting enough to pad out to a full story. But then we thought, what if shorter stories?
Bungie announced Marathon's second season starting last week, but did not hold an official funeral for Destiny during the State of Play. In lieu of flowers, Bungie asked that everyone stop review bombing Destiny's widow.
Marvel Tokon gave us a glimpse of Doctor Doom fighting Iron Man. This will warm fans up for the eventual Marvel Beej drop when it's revealed that Robert Downey Jr. will voice act the entire cast.
New game studio Unseen Games will drop Kemuri in 2027, a game where you can ride a scooter up the side of a building and hunt yokai. The trailer's soundtrack is heavy on the bass drum, but doesn't include our yokai hunting protagonists singing to a sold-out stadium crowd for maximum pander. I won't tell corporate if you don't.
Fans of Remedy's drum-tight combat are in for a treat with Control Resonant. Will we get answers to questions like, what do the hiss represent? Yes, they represent bad guys. Who is the board? Thank you for asking, the border shapes. Are we going to interrogate the concept of control and controlling the unknowable? Yes, they are controlled with RPG elements. And are we getting more Threshold kids? You bet your Game Pass we might.
Wolverine will be slashing his way onto PlayStations this September in a new solo action adventure. He sports the classic X-Men yellow uniform for much of the trailer, but if that's not your favorite look, don't worry, it'll be covered in the blood of your enemies as soon as this cutscene finishes up.
Star Trek's most moral character, Ro Laren, brushes aside Benjamin Sisko's baseball and Jean-Luc Picard's teacup in Star Trek Shadow Frontier. Everyone's favorite original Bad Bajoran faces down a horror game set in the 23rd century, but surely less horrifying than dying after Picard gives her a condescending lecture about the rules.
Until Dawn 2 offers steamy love scenes on a tropical island, but more importantly lets you kill your fellow beach dwellers in plausibly deniable slasher horror scenarios. Do the kids know about B-movies? Because if you enjoy this, there are untold hours of content you could have rented from the back of the video store if they weren't all bulldozed to make way for data centers.
Just when you thought you could stop mourning Looking Glass Studios, Thief the Dark Project is getting a remaster. Don't worry, nothing's being updated, so it will look just like you remember it looking, and it will run like it would have if you'd gotten that Canopus Pure 3D Voodoo card for Christmas, like you had asked.
The Olds will be excited to learn the Stuntman series is back with new scenes including Back to the Future and Knight Rider. For the rest of you, those are the names of a popular series of movies and a popular television program from the 1900s. One of the cars from back then even talked, and yet never sued Lightning McQueen for bit infringement.
Total War Warhammer 40,000 continues to disregard the most obvious name synthesis in gaming history, presumably for branding reasons. Missing elements from the tabletop game include unpainted miniatures, unassembled miniatures, unopened miniatures, bullshit tournament lists and narrative games, painter's hunch, ambiguous rules spread across 7 books, creative rules interpretations your opponent found online, and someone you don't know dripping meatball sub sauce onto your table.
Mint Rocket, who brought us Dave the Diver, will drop a prequel game that follows the story of how Bancho the chef became a master of sushi. Many sequels offer a deeper insight into the lore of their milieu, but this one also lets you wash dishes and boil a baby octopus alive.
Do you want to pretend you were goth in the 90s? Well, you're about to be sad with joy, nerd, because this could be a contender. The world sucks, we're rolling with the Sabbat because our character hasn't read the source books, everyone you can drink blood from makes you want to go vegan, and we're doing the Disco Elysium painterly thing.
We got a short trailer for Dune Awakening that included several clips of cool cinematics and only a few seconds of gameplay. If you enjoy long cutscenes set in the world of Frank Herbert's Dune, I have some really good news.
A new trailer dropped for Stranger Than Heaven, RGG Studios' newest title, tangentially related to their Yakuza Like a Dragon series, set between 1915 and 1965 and inexplicably now starring Tupac Shakur. He's not the only dead guy they've cast in the game, but at least Bunta Sugawara made a career of playing Yakuza in movies, whereas Tupac's appearance is very weird, but it's all been approved by the man Tupac's family believes is mismanaging his estate, so that's fine.
Nintendo revealed The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake at the end of the Direct, with a little tease of Link sleeping in his treehouse, and a relieving lack of, hey, listen! As an aside, if you're like me and you're still concerned about spoilers for what amounts to a 20-minute long advertisement, then I'm concerned that what we take as actual entertainment these days is cratering like a motherfucker.
After IO Interactive cut Mind's Eye developer Build a Rocket Boy loose, how will they recover from losing that crossover mission that they had planned with, Wiz Khalifa? In a New World of Assassination mission, you gotta kill Wiz Khalifa. Also, they're already teasing a DLC mission for James Bond First Light with more Lenny Kravitz, so yeah, IOI is doing fine, and weirdly into musicians.
Pokemon Pokopia is getting a free update in August that'll let you go underwater and start building bases there. A perfect solution for the gamer who really loves playing Subnautica, but would rather befriend all of the underwater creatures than get jump scared into shitting their pants on the couch. I don't know who I could possibly be talking about.
Alien Isolation 2 was announced, and that low whooshing sound you heard on Friday was thousands of buttholes involuntarily clenching shut at once. It's been 12 years since the original game, and the developers themselves have only now managed to drag their terrified bodies back to their desks from behind the couch where they'd been hiding from what they had wrought.
A bunch of Kingdom Hearts game ports were announced for Switch 2, followed immediately by Square showing off some sort of wild-looking, super realistic dark RPG centered in Shibuya, which turned out to be Kingdom Hearts 4. And also, not that realistic at all. That's probably for the best, since you'd really have to do some work on those character models if you don't want Donald Duck Donald Ducking it.
Sand Raiders of Sophie, or possibly Sand, Raiders of Sophie, appears to be a combination of Death Vehicle Assembly Simulator Besieged and that one scene from Wild Wild West with the giant mechanical spider. I don't have anything further to offer here.
If you're fond of the waggle, you'll be pleased to hear that Nintendo Switch Sports Resort is releasing this October for the Switch 2. Also, I don't care what anyone else says, but in my headcanon, Woohoo Island is where all the Sims go to fuck. So maybe all these sports are like, the me day camp that the parents drop their kids off at while they head to the other side of the island to rut. Also, big ups to Nintendo for waiting until Pride Month to introduce all us squares to the sport of power cruising.
Ubisoft unveiled a full trailer for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, a project that simply must have been cheaper, easier, and better for morale than the years they spent working on Skull and Bones, a game that had its best non-launch month so far, with nearly 900 players.
There, that was 23 stories. If you need more news about video games, you'll have to go somewhere else.
That was only 22.
Oh, shit. We'll come up with something. Coming up, a Path of Exile 2 player has willingly deleted their level 100 character in order to give a buff to everyone else playing the game. We here at CheckPoint can also think of a lot more people on the regular internet who would make the world a better place if they also just fucking logged off.
Yes, but several of them are not people I would want to claim a mote of their power.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I agree. It is an interesting writing exercise this week, I think.
Yeah. We were not kidding about it in the intro there. That it was just like there was basically asterisk, basically no news except this mono game announcements from the Summer Games Fest and the Sony State of Play and the Microsoft Bethesda whatever showcase and the Nintendo Direct and the Indie Direct and all the
there's probably a cozy game showcase in there somewhere.
All sorts of stuff. Just here's all the video games, but we don't typically. These are usually tough weeks for us because it's like that takes over all the news and you can't do a story about they announced Banjo the Chef.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So the Tupac thing probably would have been turned into a story.
Yeah.
Because that's weird, but it's so we just figured, you know what? Let's just let's just rattle through all the game announcements.
There's like a couple things in the background of like stuff that's like, here's a weird thing or here's a whatever else. It's like, that some of that will wait until next week, and anything that's about layoffs we didn't want to talk about anyway. I
was going to say because the stories that came in at the last minute, 2 different stories.
Yeah.
One from Microsoft of Asha Sharma and Matt Booty sending a letter out to the company with including the phrase, "This cannot continue."
Great.
So, because they're going to do a hard reset, because that's what happens when a new executive shows up. They're going to do a hard reset of Microsoft and presumably lay off a whole bunch of people.
Yep.
Or the Microsoft Games division. And then also, Ubisoft closed 2 studios, one of which the Winnipeg studio.
Oh.
And laid off a bunch of people. And they had the audacity to embargo journalists from reporting on the layoffs. And some people agreed. Some people immediately went, "Yo, Ubisoft's trying to embargo this," which is the correct course of action.
Yeah. Don't just highlight the story of what happened. Be like, "Hey, they wanted us to never tell you about this, or at least put it off for a while." So yeah, that's working out great.
Those came in like yesterday or late last night. So we could have scrambled, but didn't feel like it.
No. This is good, and you have to eat.
Well, you gotta eat.
Gotta eat.
Of all the announcements, what's one that you're keen on? For an ounce of positivity, what's one game that you're keen on?
Oh God. It's stupid because of like all the things that got announced at the Direct, because the Nintendo Direct basically is what's got me, right? And it's like, of all the things that were announced at the Direct, the only thing I can really remember off the top of my head was the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time remake. And what sucks about that is I want to see it. I want to watch some gameplay of it. I might even want to own it. I don't see myself replaying it anytime soon. And that's what I hate is I'm like, I don't want to drop $90 on a thing that I might not even approach for years.
It's interesting because for me, if it is like the Oblivion remaster where they're just using an engine to do a graphical plonk on top of unchanged gameplay systems.
Then
I do not want to play an N64 game right now. If it's like a full ground up remaster, I also don't really want to play that, if I'm honest. But if they do like the intermediate, that's not a word. If they do the bit in the middle, where it's like the graphics look better and they've like improved some systems and maybe redesigned some of the dungeons a little bit, that's much more interesting to me. If there's something new to be experienced and it feels like playing a game that came out now, but just sort of has the trappings of like the nostalgia, then it's like, then you've got me.
Do you have something that you saw from everything that you're kind of like, I'd like to get at least that in my house?
I mean, so they revealed the third part of the Final Fantasy remake trilogy, obviously, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Control Resonant looks really neat.
Oh, okay.
I've already been playing the second season of Marathon, and that's awesome. The creepy nighttime map is creepy at nighttime. It's good.
I feel like reviewer username Hate Marathon may not be completely objective.
If you actually like this garbage, you might have brain damage. Please get help.
Aw.
I do. Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff where I was like, oh, that looks neat. Like, honestly, the thing is, Stranger Than Heaven, honestly, the game looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not like necessarily against Tupac being in it.
No.
I just think it's very odd.
Yeah.
It's because it's like, why? Because like I said in the story, the other guy has a connection to like Yakuza media. Tupac did not.
Yeah.
There was an interview with the director, and he was like, "Oh, we thought adding him to the game would like we did it for fun because we thought it would add value to the game." And I think it was Lil Karibo actually on Blue Sky was like, "Yeah, because when they used the Tupac hologram in that one Coachella concert, all anyone talked about was how much value was added to that concert." Right? Like it just doesn't make sense.
No.
So it's very distracting.
Yeah.
But the rest of the game honestly looks very cool. And it's like I said, it's like set across 5 different time periods. You're following someone's life, and it starts in like 1915 and goes to 1965. It looks fun.
Yeah.
RGG tends to make entertaining stuff.
I'm assuming this is where you got that info, the Steam charts?
Yes. Oh, you got it anyway. I took a screenshot. I got halfway to doing the right thing. I took the screenshot. Okay, what happened was I pulled up like the screenshot thing in Windows, the like Windows G or whatever it is, to like the game bar to take a screenshot. And I took a screenshot, and then I went to go send it to you, and I opened it up, and it was a screenshot of the Chrome window, black, and the game bar UI It took a screenshot of itself somehow. So I pulled out old reliable snipping tool and I like messed up the first time and then did a second one and I got the screenshot and I was like, great. Now I have that. Save it to desktop. I just remembered I never sent it to you. Honestly, the giant mechanical spider game looks kind of fun. You like run, it's like a multiplayer thing. You like run around on them and like run the machine and then you like hop off and raid a town and get back in your sand crawler and run around and stuff.
I would remiss to mention Big Walk.
Oh yeah, I do want to try Big Walk
by House and Panic.
Yeah,
it's like
Big Walk.
I don't want to buy that for myself as like I'm just going to do that on my own. But there's something about it where I'm like, we need to do that for CTS.
I would like for us to go on a Big Walk. Yes.
Yeah. There's just something about the fact that it's like it's House making it, and the fact that Panic is publishing it, and it just feels like Panic never does anything that they don't really believe in. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if they're throwing their whole ass behind this, I kind of feel like we should give this a go as well. So see if we can find Bing Bong. He's showing up in all the games, right? He was in Sledding Game.
Oh, okay.
So he's showing up in all the indie games. He's got to be in that one too.
He's in there somewhere. I just realized all three of those, your most recent stories, are like, hey, remember old media?
Yes. Yeah. Are they all written by the same person?
Is it you?
Is this what happens when you have kids? Because are these all Nelson stories?
These are all Nelsons, yeah.
Like, is this what happens when you have kids, Graham? You start to realize it's like, oh, fuck, I'm way too old?
I guess, yeah.
I have to talk with this boy.
Honestly, the Star Trek game is like, I'm probably going to check it out.
Right.
But I don't really want a horror game set. That's the end of the sentence, actually. Yeah. But I especially don't want one Star Trek. I want... Just let Star Trek be optimistic again. Please. Star Trek Shadow Friend for Frontier. Speaking of optimism, please support your local us.
That's all we ask.
Or you're not local us. We could be very far away from you. Support us regardless.
Patreon.com/loadingreadyrun is the way to get some money into our pockets, but there are others.
There are other ways. You can become a member on this YouTube channel. We'll do shout-outs to the members who are at the end of this video. You could visit the store.
Yes, please do visit the store. There's stuff cooking.
Store.loadingreadyrun.com. Keep an eye on it. We'll do an announcement when we get stuff up there. But
absolutely. But we want you to go look at it and get used to going there all the time.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah. For now, though, I'm going to go and see which of these games I want to wish list. I don't do that. I've never done that.
Oh, I have a Deku Deals. It's great because it's a way you can put in the game that you want and it notifies you when it goes on sale.
Oh.
It never happens on the Switch.
Yeah. Nintendo putting a game up for sale. Are you mad? Bye, everybody. I don't understand how... like mechanically this Path of Exile thing worked, but it sounds neat. Is it just a thing that anybody can do if they get their character to level 100 and then delete their character, or was this a special thing for this person?
Well, it was the first person to do it.
Oh, okay. If one person gets to level 100 and then deletes their character, then everyone else gets a buff?
Yeah.
Huh. That's a weird mechanic.
I mean, it's a new thing that they didn't really like tell anybody about it, which is sort of the...
It was just once you hit level 100, I'm sure you got a notification being like, if you do this.
No.
Oh.
There's just this there's this area that people didn't know what it is. And you go into it, and then you click on it, and it's like, are you sure you want to go in here? It will delete your character.
And that's it.
But it doesn't tell you what it does.
Oh, my God.
And so this guy did it, and then now everybody knows what happened.
That is ballsy as hell.
That's amazing.
I literally wrote this by reading the headline and been like, that sounds like fun. This is what I'm going to say. Didn't even bother reading the story.
Beej, hear what's wrong with...
video game journalism?
Video game journalism, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even read the story.
If there's going to be a rock bottom of video game journalism, let it be me. I will gladly martyr myself so that everybody else can take a mote of my power.
Are you still recording, Paul?
Yes.
Great. Good. I wanted to get that. Do you want to pretend you were a goth